Something that I really want to do a better job at in 2024 is prioritizing my passion projects. I think a lot of content creators, including myself, have this mindset that content is king. How many photos can I get from one trip? How many pieces of content can I squeeze out from one shoot? We get so distracted with this never-ending cycle of putting out content that these passion projects just continue getting pushed to the back burner. So this year, I want to change that. I want to focus on less projects while giving each project more of my time and energy. Which brings me to the short film that I just finished working on called How Dating Has Changed, Part 2 and Part 3. My main focus of these films was to point out small things that are a lot less common now, like even just walking up to the door to go pick up your date. Things that are small and might seem insignificant, but can showcase a much bigger problem when compared to today's norms. I'm the type of person who gets so invested into whatever movies they're watching or music they're listening to. I don't talk during movies. I hate pausing, and I can't stand it when people skip to the next song when they're only halfway through the song they're currently listening to. But why do people do that? I'm just really passionate about all the small details in art, and that's why I never want to miss a second of it. Everything is there for a reason, and it all comes together to make you feel something. And I guess that's what my mission is for 2024, is to make people feel something through my work. Now, that doesn't mean that every single video I make this year is going to be a sentimental short film. This is still my job. I have to make a lot of different styles of content while still prioritizing what the viewer wants to see and what's most engaging. But I'm going to try my best this year to stop making excuses and start giving myself enough time to make these passion projects happen. So to catch you up to speed here, I recently filmed the first part of the series at a retro diner about a month ago, and now I'm working on continuing the story. So we spent the entire day driving around to almost every thrift store in LA trying to find the perfect outfits for this video. We really wanted to capture a nostalgic 80s, 90s-ish vibe with this film, and I actually didn't think we were going to be able to pull it off. It wasn't until the very last thrift store at the end of the night where we were able to find this perfect yellow dress. We also rented a car and a house for this film. I was so upset right when we got there because there was construction across the street and a bunch of newer cars that were clearly showing in the background of the first shot. I was so set on this first shot of me walking up the pathway and just having a locked off angle. So I decided to take my chances with AI instead of just looking for a different angle, which I wasn't even sure if this was possible at the time of filming, but hey, 2.5-ish hours of generative filling in older looking houses and cars and removing newer cars and newer houses later, you can't even tell. I mean, unless you zoom in, then you can tell. Yeah, you can clearly tell when you zoom in. Another thing that you probably couldn't tell is that the third part of the series was actually filmed on 2 different days. We were originally planning on filming these bench scenes at Griffith Observatory, but there was so much traffic there that we were left scrambling around. I wish we had some footage of it, but we were just so stressed at the time. At the very last second, we were able to find the perfect view and everything was going great. We were almost done filming. Then out of nowhere, all these clouds started rolling in and we literally couldn't see anything. The view no longer existed, which kind of defeated the point of this video, and the footage just, it didn't look great. I thought about rotoscoping out our bodies, but it was just took less time and hassle to just come back the next day. But I guess that's something that's just inevitable for virtually every single shoot. That's actually probably my best advice I could give any filmmakers or photographers out there, is that expect something to go wrong on every shoot. It always does. There's always at least something that you're not expecting or didn't turn out the way you thought it would. So it's so important to just roll with the punches and always make the most out of every situation. I really don't know how to describe it, and maybe I'm being a little bit superstitious, but there really is something so magical about having passion for a project. I can clearly see a correlation between the videos that I have passion for and the videos that I don't. It's almost like the passion can be felt through the video. I might sound a little cheesy, but it's literally true. It's just like when your mom makes you cookies and says she puts love in them, and you're like, other people made these same cookies with the same ingredients and they don't taste nearly as good because they weren't made with love. I think it mostly just comes down to when you have passion for a project, you go that extra mile for whatever it is you're working on. And just by giving it that extra 10% or going that extra mile showcases so much in your work. And I know other people feel the same way. Every time someone comes up to me in public, they almost always mention a project of mine that stuck with them. And every single time, it's a project that I had a ton of passion for making. Another thing I think I've been realizing lately is that by working on these other side projects, it's helping you grow in other fields. I've been able to take so many aspects from short films and apply that towards my photography, branded work, and so on. So in a way, you're basically investing in yourself by becoming a better creative. So that's where I'm at. Maybe some of you are in the same boat I am, and this sparks you to take action and start working on some of those projects that you may have had on the back burner for too long. So that's all for this video. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Happy New Year, and yeah, welcome to 2024.